Great job on the camera. This camera lady, she was behind the camera the whole time. And the camera right here. Yeah, yeah. Pretty good this picture, y'all.
No, y'all gotta get that slow, man. Y'all gotta get into the accelerated. This is the accelerated. So we need it fast. Here we go. I go. Come on, go.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Tasha Harris.
And what do you like to do?
I like to boogie.
So what's your name?
Arlene.
What you do?
I'm a certified nursing assistant, but I have done customer service in the past.
Period. And
Are you excited tonight? Fantastic! All right, we here today. Where we at? We in Bartow? No. Oh, this ain't Bartow? No. We in Lakeland? No. We in Haines City. Yeah. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We over here with Jeff with the Risk Club. Jeff, come on in front and talk to him. What you got going on here? I see you doing great things over here.
We just starting up over here in Haines City at the Oakland Neighborhood Center. Mr. Ernest, he invited me over on this side of town to just bless the youth, give them something to look forward to on a regular basis. We Rattler brothers, so as Rattlers, you strike, and strike again. So it's Rattler country over here. We also got another volunteer, Mr. Jimmy here, Rattler, you know, from back in the day, Jimmy Downing. He's also a pastor down in Dundee, so he's getting his congregation together to bust the doors off this place down here. Got a lot of kids, Ridge Community High School, Daniel Jenkins, pretty much from all over. So it's still early, so we still waiting on a bunch more to come. But some of these kids were waiting for me at 5, and we don't start till about 6:30. So basically with the team program, it's called Risk. We're exposing them to job skills, life skills, budgeting skills, college tours, business tours, etc. But we also need your help. We need 1,000 people to give that $100. I've been speaking that into existence for a while. And with me, I don't like to ask nobody for nothing, but God said you better keep talking it till you get it. So I ain't got it yet. So just like I think Michael Jackson say, don't stop till you get enough. So I ain't
$100 from her.
$100.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See what we can go in here and do.
Yes, sir. He got them blue boys. Yes, So we getting closer and closer.
Don't laugh at my fanny pack.
Getting all that money up in there, so we ain't laughing at money. So we appreciate Radford and all their support on the videography, the photography. You got Hey, we thank you, and like I said, I'm gonna keep speaking it, and God's gonna keep blessing us. But the main thing is just to bless these young folks. I'm a product of a program I didn't have to pay. I'm from Dakota Projects in Lakeland. Roaches doing backflips off the countertops, rats living through the wall, fan in the window. So I know what it's like, and I know the power of a program, and that's all we're trying to do for these young folks. Give them something to look forward to, and be excited and enthusiastic. It's not always about athletics. We want to also focus on the academics. We want students with awesome goals. So we're going to continue to embrace them and support them. Call me, 863-888-0468. You can also hit me up on Cash App, $, capital TEEN, capital KING, Team King.
How you feeling today? Fantastic! Are we in Haines City? Yeah! All right, let's go, baby.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Jimmy Downey Jr.
And what do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I like to teach and watch sports.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from Haines City, not too far from here, but I live in Lakeland. Been in Lakeland for a while now.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Janet.
Was she in the Army? Why she got an Army hat on?
Are you in the Army?
No, I'm retired from the Army.
Can you tell us about that?
Can I tell you about the Army?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I spent my time in the Army working as a military police officer.
And where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Ooh, I was raised in New York.
Yeah. So you already know.
Yeah, where in New York?
Well, I lived upstate New York. My brother and we lived in a place called Skin Neck Titty.
She likes to bully people.
Facebook, Radford always flipping houses.
I like to
I flip
hang out with
houses
my
and-
friends.
I'm retired
I like
Army, my wife's
agriculture.
realtor.
I like feeding
So
my
we got a
animals.
good little
Yeah.
thing going on.
I like to play volleyball.
Volleyball. Woo-hoo. Touch it like that. There you go.
All right.
I like to dance and stuff.
Okay, dancer. What's your name?
Zanaria.
And what do you like to do?
I like to cheer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Lakeland.
Lakeland in the house.
What's your name?
Brianna.
And what do you like to do?
I like to model and make music.
Ooh.
Get her, y'all. Get her. Talk to her.
Hey.
Talk to her.
Hi, what's your name?
Shakia,
And where are you from?
Connecticut.
And what do you like to do?
Entertain the people. Give them a shout. Give them a shout. Right, that part. Oh, that's how you have me.
Hey, I'm Greg, one half of RadfordHomes LLC. And my lovely and beautiful wife, Sabrina, over there, well, you know the deal. She's the brains and the beauty behind this operation. But today, it's all about Haines City. We're in Haines City. This is where 7th Street from, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. We finna talk about real estate. We're finna talk about how we get this paper. These folks in here doing track, they cheering, they doing school, they from Jamaica, they representing. All right? Jamaica was the first place we visited on our honeymoon. Right, baby? Yeah. So we went to Dunn's River and all of that. We had a good time, spent about a week and a half out there in Jamaica. So today we're gonna be talking about real estate, not just real estate, but about people and how you can make a profit and how this thing can be a very lucrative business and how I was in the military for 23 years, came back home and started taking raggedy houses and making them look totally beautiful. And you can capture some of that right there. Let's go.
Yes, sir. How are you? Hey, I'm right here setting up at the Haines City, down here in Haines City at the Oakland Neighborhood Center. We got some young ladies been here since 5 o'clock. We don't start at 6:30.
Yeah! What's up? Give me some excitement. Y'all ready for the night?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
We got high school students that's here. They're excited about all the great things that's coming to the Oakland neighborhood with the Risk Club. This is our 3rd week here, and each week the numbers are just becoming astronomical. So we're gonna probably have to find another location. We may have to move to the gym to give us more space to do what we gotta do. But we need your support, so if you're in the Haines City area, come on out, and then we're still trying to get 1,000 people to give $100 so we can make all of our youth programs free. So if you wanna assist with that, you can always cash at me at $, capital TEEN, capital KING, and I'm the Teen King out here on these streets. So just holler at me, write a check out the Risk Club, support our young folks. Bye-bye. You can also call me at area code 863-888-0468.
Yeah! All right, check it out. I'm Greg, one half of RadfordHomes, and I want to thank Jeff for this opportunity to come here and speak to y'all today. But before I get started, you know we got to get a little crunk up. I'm from Bartow, so are we in Bartow today? No! This ain't the toe? No! So we in Haines City! Haines City! Haines City! All right, we in Haines City. Let's clap it up for Haines City and Mr. Jeff. All right, a little bit about me. I'm Greg, one half of RadfordHomes LLC. My lovely and beautiful wife, Sabrina. Well, you know the deal. She's the brains and the beauty behind this operation. And today, it's all about teaching you how I go in and how we go in and we flip these houses. And on this computer right here, on this iMac, if you want to pass it around or come up here and look at it, you'll see one of the houses that we're currently flipping right now. Not one that we flipped last year or yesterday, that we're putting the finishing touches on it, called punching the house out. Punching the house out meaning you're going into the house and you're knocking it out, doing all the fine details in the whole 9 yards. How many of y'all seen HGTV? All right, same thing with HGTV. It's something like I do, me and my wife. So, for example, YouTube. How many of y'all know about YouTube? So, if you ever wanted to see me doing anything, or my team, because I don't do it by myself, if you ever want to see me doing anything, you just go to RadfordHomes and look at YouTube. All right? Let me get one of y'all, because I know y'all understand. Which one of you come up? So you say you were going to run over everybody. Come up here. Now, I'm going to start off like this. Because I want to get your attention. Now, I want you to tell them what is that right there? You need some help?
No.
All right, talk to them. How much money that is?
$216,000, $658.30.
All right, good job. You know how to do it. All right, now Now, I tell you that because that's a check. I came from, if you want to say the hood or whatever, I came from 1115 Polk Street on the west side of Bartow in the back street. My cousin would own the alley. And my mom never owned a home. So today we own over 14 homes. We flipped over 25 homes. All right? And I tell you that because my business, me and my wife's business, was able to generate a check for $216,000 about 6 months ago. Now, was all of that profit? No, it wasn't all profit because we had to build a house. How many of you want to raise your hand and tell me how much you think it cost us to build a house that we sold? We actually sold it for $225,000. But after we paid the closing costs, paid for the appraisal and things like that, and gave some of the money back to the buyer, all right, because it's in our hood, so we gave some of the money back, we brought home $216,000. How much you think it costs right here? How much you think it costs for me to build that house that I sold for $216,000? 80, that's a good number. That's a good number. What you think? 90, that's a good number. No, got to go up. 100,000, okay. 120,000. No. 106. That's about right. I'm going to leave it right there. It's about $155,000. But before I could just say it's $155,000, $20,000 of that dollars went to what you call impact fees. Impact fees is where the city of Bartow or city of Haines City, before you can even build a house, the first thing they do, they charge you an impact fee. Meaning, if the house costs $160, you take away 20 and you got what? It cost me how much? $140. It cost me $140,000 to build it because the city took $20,000 for me to connect all the sewer, the electric, impact fees, the whole 9 yards. So we spent about $140,000 building this house. How do we build this house? We bought one smaller house in the neighborhood, a raggedy old house. It was built in 1920. If the house was built in 1920 and it's 2020 when we started, how many years old is the house? 100 years old. So we were able to go in our community and remodel a house that was 100 years old. And the good thing about that is the lady that's living in there lived directly next door to me on Polk Street. All right? So I live right here on Polk Street and she lived right here. And we didn't come from a gold spoon in our mouth, so she kind of helped raise me. So I was able to buy the house, rehab the house, and I'm telling you this because you can make an impact. Sometimes you think it's all about money, but it's bigger than money with real estate. There's God first, then people, then real estate, because people house real estate. All right, so Miss Honeybunch is her name. She lives in that house. We were able to go in that house, remodel that house, bring it up to 2020, bring everything up to code, put a new roof on it, new flooring, the whole 9 yards, make it look absolutely wonderful, and now she's residing in that house. And we were fortunate enough to be able to leave the rent well below market value for her. Now, once we split the lot was a very big lot when we bought the small house. We split the lot and then we had the land to build the new house. And that's how we built the new house. But that's the type of profit that you can make if you learn to get into real estate. Now, how many of you in here can turn a wrench pretty good? My man right here probably can turn a wrench. What's your name, homeboy? Jabo. Jabo. All right, Jabo probably can turn a wrench. But I can't turn a wrench. Meaning I don't know how to do cabinets. I don't know how to do wall tile. So the young ladies that's in here, you can do the same thing that I do. I basically get everybody together, get my general contractor, get all my contractors together. I do go out and find the jobs. I do go out and find the houses. And once I find the houses, I bring them all together. We sit in a room. We talk about how we're going to do this, how we're going to do that. And we come up with a plan. Once we come up with a plan, then we move forward. We just don't go in there just going in there freestyling. We come up with a strict plan, and then we move forward. Once we move forward, at the end of the day, there should be a profit in there somewhere. And that profit is what you call non-W-2 money, meaning you're not taxed the same as Mr. Jeff, who goes to a job every day. If he goes to a job, that's W-2 money. W-2 money is taxed at the highest bracket. When you're a real estate investor, it's called non-W-2 money. So you actually get incentives for building houses, and you get tax write-offs, and you get to write everything off. How many of y'all understand that? Y'all understand that? All right. So let's talk about this. How many of you ever thought about being a realtor? Anybody ever thought about being a realtor? Okay, tell me, what is a realtor? Say it loud so everybody can hear you.
A realtor is somebody who sells houses.
Okay, somebody who sells houses. My wife right here, Sabrina, she is a realtor. Now, why do you think Sabrina is a realtor? Well, if I'm building the houses, I'm fixing and flipping the houses. Remember, I don't personally build them, but I bring my team in. I find them, I locate them, I do all the marketing, and then I bring my team in. And this young lady in the corner right here, named Miss Janice, she is on the team. She is the team. She's with the general contractor. I can't build a house without a general contractor or a licensed builder. So I'm not licensed, and I don't know how to turn a wrench. But I still make a profit on flipping and building houses. How is that so? How do you think that? How can I make a profit and I don't even do none of the work? Just what do you think? How do you think that happens? Somebody help her out.
You pay the people to build a house, and since you found a job, most likely you bought a broke down raggedy house, and you paid them to come in. They probably get like 75%, and you get like 25% profit.
Boy, this is smart. We got to go in the fanny pack on that one. Good job. Clap it up for him, y'all. All right. What he just said is phenomenal. I can't wrap it up any better than that. You have to listen to what he said. This guy just hit it on. And how old are you? He's 13 years old. Check it out. Facebook, y'all listening in the world. We have a 13-year-old right here in Haines City who understands the intricacies of real estate holistically. When I say that, he understands that I went out, I bought a house, I bought it below market value, all right? I bought it below the market value. I mean, I got it at a discount because it was ratty and raggedy and dilapidated and all messed up. And then he broke it down and said, man, you get 75%, and then they get 20, you get 25%, you buy it for 75%. He broke it down. That's exactly what happens. When you're going to look for a property, you want to find a property below the market value. And then once you buy the property and you rehab the property, you want to keep the property below 75% of the value. So if you keep it below 75%, if you can keep it at 65% after you rehab it, after you go in and work on the house and get it all up and running, and if it's still below 65, 75%, when you get ready to go sell it or you get ready to keep it, you might keep the house and not sell it. That way your children's children can have homes when they get older. And if they don't want to live in them homes, then they can just get the money from the homes. So let's do the math. Somebody got a phone in here? Who got a phone in here? All right, get your phone out. Me and my wife, we own 14 houses. All right, 14 houses. Each house, the average price of the house across the board of all 14 is about $1,300 a month. So put in 1,300 and 14 times 14. And what's that?
18,200.
So 14 houses times 1,300 is what?
18,200.
All right, check it out. Put the camera back over here. Most individuals don't make $18,000 a month at their job. So if we got 14 houses, now some of them rent for higher than $1,300. Some of them rent for $1,500. We have one, a duplex, that rents for $1,800. We have another one in Atlanta that rents for $1,400. We have another one that's going to rent for $1,375. All right, some of them are on Section 8, some of them are just regular rentals. But once you get a portfolio of rentals, you can drive a G-Wagon. My wife has a nice G-Wagon. You can drive a Mercedes. You can do what you want. Because, and when you get to that point, and it's not just about what you drive, when you get to that point, you can be able to go into neighborhoods, and you can be able to come into places like this, like the Ritz Club, and talk to individuals like yourself, like me. I'm just like you. All right? And then you can empower them to go out and do the same thing. Because if I don't turn a wrench, and I don't do none of the work, and I'm not the general contractor, then you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You can do the same thing that I'm doing. You just have to understand how to do it. And the young man in the back just basically summed it up. You find a house below market value. How do you do that? Well, you're always on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Follow RadfordHomes. So if you want to see some of this work that I'm talking about, so you don't just believe me, you go to RadfordHomes, you put it in Google, put in RadfordHomes LLC, and go to YouTube, and you'll see thousands of videos. Now, How do I buy the houses? Anybody can tell me how I buy the houses? Now you got it. You got to let somebody else get a chance. How do I buy the houses? There's 3 or 4 ways that I buy houses. How do I get them? Somebody tell me. Yes, anybody. No, not you. How do I buy it? I buy it with what? Okay, I buy it. Say it loud. I buy the house with money. I can buy the house with cash money. I can use a what? I can use a credit card. I can use a check. I can use a loan. There you go. I can go to the bank, and somebody just said the magic word. Loan. All right, listen up. There you go. But you can't get them all. All right, listen up. Check it out. Where we at?
Haines City.
Where we at?
Haines City.
All right. So back on me. Check it out. You can buy the houses with your own cash. But check it out. Once you become good at this and you start going around and speaking to people and people start coming out and looking at your YouTube videos, looking at your Facebook videos, your Instagram, your TikTok, your Snapchat, the whole 9 yards. When they start doing that, private money lenders, people that are wealthy that has money, they'll come in and they'll call me and say, Greg, I see that you're doing great things. You're going around. You're talking to the youth. Get the youth involved right here. You're talking to the youth. What's your name again? Frank. What's up, Frank? All right, we're talking to Frank, right? And Frank is inspired by what you've done taught him here because you came straight from where Frank came from. I came from 1115 Polk Street. I always holler out my hood because that's my hood. I'm proud of my hood. I'm not proud of it. So, but I went into the military. But let's get back to the money at hand. The guys that call me and say, Greg, I have so much money for you. If you have a project, let me get in to get on your movement to help you with your mission. And my mission is to take dilapidated houses, run down raggedy houses, and build them up. They'll give me money. They do it all the time. All right? Now, how do they give me money? Most of the time, I keep out of the 14 houses that we own, I keep about 7 of them free and clear. Sometimes 5 or 6, just depends. Why do you think I keep them free and clear? Come over here. Why do you think I keep a couple houses free and clear? Just guess. I mean, no mortgage on them or nothing.
I think she got the.
What you think?
Because it's dirty.
Okay.
It's old.
That's right. That's right. And then I go in and I fix it up, right? And then we make it beautiful, right? Yeah, give her a round of applause. Good job. She's exactly right. We get them when they're dirty and they're old, and then we go in, we fix them up and make them beautiful. And then they're free and clear, meaning I have flipped enough houses. Y'all better catch this. The game is to be sold, not told. I flipped enough houses to where I could pay that house off. Right? So now I don't owe no money on that house. So when they give me $1,300 every month, I put it in my pocket. Or I go buy my wife a brand new G-Wagon. Right? And then I write the G-Wagon off because I get it up under RadfordHomes LLC. So it's an expense to my business. That's a true story. All right? So the private money guy gives me the money. So I don't even have to own the money. It don't have to be my money. He gives me the money because he see me hustling, doing YouTube videos. He see me going out flipping houses in my neighborhood. He see me coming to talk to y'all today inside of talking to the youth, giving back. He said, man, you're doing great things. So the only thing I really have to do is find a raggedy house. And I really don't find a raggedy house. The people on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And then I give personally, if you call me and you give me a house and I buy it, I have to close on it, I'll give you $1,000. So my phone rings all day almost, constantly, at least 2-3 times a day concerning real estate. It might not be that they found a house. They might say, could your wife represent me as a realtor? So since I'm a flipper, we made her a realtor, and then I was able to retire my wife. I retired her from her job in November. So she retired at what age, right?
44.
So she was able to retire at age 44. Most people work till they're 62. But it ain't that I'm doing something so great. You can do the same thing that I'm doing. If you learn how to invest in real estate and find the deals below market value, like he said, you get it below the 75%, then you keep the 25 if you want to break it down like that to make it pretty elementary for people to understand. You can do the exact same thing because the guys, there's private money lenders, there's women too, but mine just has to be a male. Now, after I finish doing the house, who do you think the first person I'm going to let come see the house? Yes! Say it loud. Why would I let the private investor come and look at the house when I finish it?
Because they gave you the money.
He gave me the money. So if he gave me the money, now I'm also going to let him come look at it in the beginning. I'm going to let him come in the middle. And I'm going to let him come at the end. Because now I'm tying him into the project. I'm making him feel he's invested into the project. Instead of just giving me money, he's invested into me. All right, he's invested into my why, to build my neighborhood up. So we're doing that one house at a time. Now he's gonna make a profit as well. Okay, private money does not come free. So if he give me $100,000, let's use small numbers here, and I have to pay him back 10%. How much money is 10% on $100,000 right here? $100,000 and 10%. $10,000. That's right. So check it out. If he give me $100,000, it's a true story, and I don't actually give him 10%. That's high, but I'm gonna keep it numbers easy. He give me $100,000. I pay him back 10% at the end of the deal after the 12th month. I go in, I usually keep it for 12 months. So he give me $100,000. That's a lot of bread for you to give back somebody $110,000. But if I sell the house for how much this check was?
$216.
If I sell the house, I'm just using it metaphorically speaking. If I sell the house for $216,000 and I got to give him back $110,000, I still cleared $106,000. You can do the same thing. It's not that difficult. Go ahead.
Now, what kind of experience do I have to have? A college degree? Do I have to have?
Great question.
Get in trouble with juvenile or and still be able to do it? What do I have to do?
Great question. Now, Mr. Jeff, he just asked a great question. Let's say you didn't go to college. All right. Now I did go to college. I went to Polk State, then I went to Florida Southern College, and now I'm in a master's program at Webster. Currently taking a little break because I'm trying to get to the bag right now. So I'm taking a break right now because that bag is in front of me, and that bag coming hot and heavy, so I got to stay on it. All right? So when that bag coming hot and heavy and slow down, I'm going to go back to college and finish my master's degree. I got an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. I'm going to go back and get my master's. But as long as this bread is coming at $100,000 a wop, I got to keep it rolling until the wheels fall off. But you don't have to have a college degree to do this. That's why I want to talk to y'all. That's why I'm here. You could be, and I don't want you to drop out of high school, but if you're a high school dropout, you can still do this. If you was a felony, or you have a criminal record and you change your life around like so many people in this world have done, you can still do this. What you got to get is a what? What they got to get, Janice? Talk to them. What's the first thing they need to do after they decide they want to start flipping houses? They need to see a general what? Contract. You need to see a general contractor. And if you don't see a general contractor, you need to see a licensed builder contractor. Because you're going to have to pull what you call what? Permits. You're going to have to pull permits. So real estate is a team effort. It's a team effort. I can't do it alone. But you don't have to have a high school diploma. You don't have to have a college degree. And you can make big money. Now let me get, right, come on up.
Now let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What one of them G-Wagons costs? I saw a nice white G-Wagon out there in the parking lot.
Somebody tell me how much a G-Wagon costs.
$150.
There you go. You got it.
No.
Now, read that right there to them. All right, listen up, y'all. Check it out.
Listen up.
$73,088.08.
All right, give her a hand. All right, now that's another flip. So we just read 216. Now we just read 73,000. That's another flip. All these flips within the last 24 months. Okay? You can do the same thing that I'm doing. Here's how you do it. You look on YouTube for everything else. You listen to Kodak Black. You listen to NBA Youngboy. You listen to T.I. You listen to Juby. Whoever you listen to. How about who you listen to? Who you listen to? Broadway. All right, Broadway. All right. So, once you stop listening to him for a little bit, then you go look up. You go look up how you fix and flip houses. All right, bring it back to me, y'all. Where we at?
Haines City.
All right, we're in Haines City. All right, then you go back to how you flip houses. Here's a good podcast that you can listen to, podcast or YouTube. Bigger Pockets podcast. Bigger Pockets, meaning you want more money, more money, more money. Bigger Pockets podcast have a podcast that come out pretty much every week, and they tell you how you do this. Now, you're going to have to do a little bit more than that. But if you ever want to know anything about real estate, you can always send me a text message, look at my YouTube, look at my Facebook, my Instagram, and the whole 9 yards. And like I said, there's a live flip that we got right there that's listed by my wife. Now, let's talk about what my wife do. All right, I find the houses, I fix them up with my team, and then we get ready to do what? We have to put it on the what? Market. We have to put it on the market. Man, I don't know how to teach this class. Y'all already know. We got to put that thing on the market. And once we put it on the market, we hope we get a what?
A seller.
A buyer. We hope we get a buyer. So we hope we get a buyer because we want, come on, let me get you this time. Come on in. Come on up. Where's your son? Hey, come up. Come up. All right, we hope we get a buyer. All right, we hope we get a buyer because we want to make, and we'll take this one. All right, this is another check. Now read that check out, nice and loud to them.
$62,633.54.
All right, we want to get a buyer because we want to get another check. Somebody got a calculator, you're going to have to add it up at the end. All right, good job. Give them a round of applause. We want to get a buyer, and hopefully we get a buyer. Do we worry about getting a buyer?
No.
No and yes. But why we don't worry about it? Because he broke it down. Before we go into the number of the house, this is big money. Now, there's people that do, there's different levels to everything. All right? There's some people that's doing billion-dollar deals. Right? Then there's some people that's doing million-dollar deals. Then there's some people that's doing $100,000 deals. Then there's some people that's doing $10,000 and $15,000 deals. You have to get what we call a book of business. Meaning, you got to get your business. Don't worry about the next man's pocket and what he's doing. You got to feed you and yours. So remember, there's different levels to this stuff. So don't let nobody tell you that the level that you on is not significant. It's not important. Because you're just as important as the one that has the big conglomerates. Why do I say that? Because small businesses runs America. Small businesses run America. Anything under 500 or less is considered to be a small business. So RadfordHomes LLC is a small business. Now, back to the topic at hand. Do I worry about the price or is it going to sell or whatnot?
No.
I don't, because I take calculated steps before I even start the project, before I even buy the project. I make sure I buy it below the what? Market value. I make sure I buy it below the market value. Now, sometimes I get in a little trouble here because I go in and I try to fix the houses up nice. And I put a little bit too much money into it sometimes. So my wife had to pull me back and say, no, we can't do that. We got to hold off on there. My general contractor, Greg, you're putting too much money. Instead of putting the money in the bathroom right here, let's put it in the kitchen. Because most people are going to go in that kitchen in this bathroom. So we have to be strategic about where we place the money to get the best bang for the buck. So at the end of the day, let's say the house doesn't sell. Here's the ticket, y'all. You got to catch this. If the house doesn't sell, it becomes a rental property. Right? And if you purchase the house below the market value, then you can go to the bank, like Mid-Florida Credit Union, and Mid-Florida Credit Union will do an appraisal on the house. So if the house is appraised for $200,000, somebody got to get this. They'll give me back 75%, and I'm going to help you out. 75% of $100,000 is what? 75% of $100,000 is 75. There you go. So 75% of $200,000 is, no, take 75 times 2. There you go. So if the house appraised, say it again, say 150. See there? Tell them your name. Jaleel is on it. Give her a round of applause, y'all. All right, if the house appraised for $200,000, real talk, Mid-Florida will cash you out. The game's to be sold, not told. I'm teaching you. Mid-Florida will cash you out if the house appraised for $200,000. They will cash you out and give you back $150,000. So if I bought the house for $75,000 and I put $25,000 into it, and I got $100,000 into the house, then my payday is what? If they give me 150, I get $50,000. That's why you see some of these checks that's up here. A lot of these checks that's up here, and I keep all my checks, okay? Unless my wife forget to get it, I always get a copy of the check and get a color copy. So when I come and teach, a lot of us, we don't want to hear nothing. We want to know how to get to the money. Money talks sometimes. Some people are like, tell me how much I'm going to make. First thing you do before you get a job, you go say, well, how much you going to pay? Yes, sir. You ain't going there and they say, hey, I want you to do a job, I want you to go out there and clean that up, and they say you're going to do it for free. Most of y'all going to look at them and say, what? Not today, right? You ain't doing it for free. But if your mom tell you to go outside and rake the yard and she was going to break you off $100, you be raking.
You will.
Yeah, you be raking. So the same thing is we're here. Same thing is we're here. We keep the house, so if the house doesn't sell, we keep the house, and we still get a payday because we bought it below the market value. 9 times out of 10, when we put a house on the market, it's going to sell. All right, let me get one more person to come up here. Come on, go ahead. What's that? Okay, talk to me. Who raised their hand? Yeah. What you got? You want to say it?
54,132,087.
Yeah! All right. He said $54,132.87. That's another check. So